Hey everybody. So yesterday we were doing kind of some measuring stuff. We were trying to figure out if something was longer or shorter. And I showed you like a little couple tricks that you can use to help you figure things out, make things stand out just a little bit more. And today we're going to do something just a little bit different. What if I have two things and I need to figure out which one is longer? Like say I have this chocolate bunny, and then I also have this Hershey's candle. But what if they're not next to each other? What if I can't put these two things next to each other to compare the sizes? Well, what I can do is I can find something to compare both of them to. But it's got to be the same thing, or else I'm not going to be sure which one is longer and shorter. So I could take this pen, and I could take this pen and first hold it up to the chocolate bunny. And see how this pen is taller than the bunny? And then I can take the same pen, I'm going to hold it up to the Hershey candle. Is it still taller? No, it's not. It's not taller. So now, since I was able to compare these two things to this pen, I can now figure out which one is longer and which one is shorter. So the bunny, there's that one. And then here's the candle again. Which one would be longer or, I guess, taller? The candle or the bunny? It's the candle, because it's about the same size as the pen, maybe actually a little bit taller. And the bunny is pretty short, see? So that's exactly what we're going to do today. So we're going to do a couple together, and I'm going to switch this video around, and you're going to see a little worksheet that I'm going to have. You won't have it, but that's okay, because I'm just going to demonstrate what we're doing. And then we're going to do the worksheet in your workbook. We're going to do one side together, and then you're going to do the other side all on your own. Okay? Let's get to it. All right. So here is our fancy worksheet. So you can see it, the first one. Well, let's read the directions first. Circle the purple or green object that is longer. So we don't want the shorter one. We want the longer one. But how are we going to do that? Well, we know that we need to figure out if it's this purple marker or this green marker that's longer. We don't really are going to pay attention if it's wider, but we need to know if it's longer, going all the way across, which one is longer. And what we're doing is we're going to take this red crayon that they gave us right here, and we're going to compare each object to the red crayon. Because even though we see two red crayons, they are exactly the same. They are the same color, the same length, the same width, all that fancy stuff. They are exactly the same. And I'm going to show you a little trick, because sometimes even doing this, you might be thinking, well, I'm not too sure. So let me show you. Get blue here. And we can see that they both start on the same spot, right? They both start there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this where the red crayon stops, where it stops right here, and we're going to draw a line straight up, as straight as you can. So now we can see that this purple marker, it can't reach this line that I drew, which is where the crayon stops. So we can see that it's shorter than the crayon. What if we did the same thing to this green marker? They both start at the same spot. And here's where the red crayon stops. We're going to go up. And it doesn't have to be a perfect line. You'll still get the idea. And here we can see that the green marker goes way past this line that I drew from where the red crayon stops. So now which one is longer, the purple or the green one? Well, if I was going to pick, I would absolutely circle. Computer's acting a little goofy on me. So I would circle this green marker right there, okay? So now we're going to do the same thing with number 2. We're going to use a red crayon that is the same length to see if this purple feather is longer, or if this, I guess that's a glue stick, if this green glue stick is longer. So we're going to do the same thing. We can, if you like the lines I drew up here, we can do the same thing down here. And get that color blue. I like using blue. And we're going to show that they start at the same spot. And then, right where the red crayon stops, I'm going to draw a line straight up. So with the lines that I drew, it kind of helps me see that this purple feather is way longer than this red crayon. Way longer. But what about this green glue stick? Let's find out. So I'll draw a line showing that where they both start. And I'll go where the red crayon stops, and I'll go straight up. Up, 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 up. Okay, now did this green glue stick go all the way to this line that I drew? It didn't. So we know now that it's shorter than our red crayon. So if we were to circle which one is longer, would we want to circle this green crayon or the purple feather? We're going to want to circle that purple feather. Let me get this red again. Oh, computer's acting up on me. Sorry, guys. I promise you I'm much better at drawing circles when it's not on a computer. Promise. Okay. So we would circle the purple feather. All right. And let me get a couple more practice problems up for us to work on. All right, I found a couple more problems for us to practice with. And instead of a red crayon that we're going to use to compare both objects, they just kind of gave us this orange line. So we'll say it's an orange piece of string. And they're using the same orange piece of string for the red object and the blue object. Okay, it's the same piece of string. And we need to find out which one is longer. That's what they want us to do. So we have a blue math book and a red tube of, I think that's toothpaste. That's kind of odd. So a blue math book and a red tube of toothpaste. So we can do what we did before, and we can make our lines showing where they both start, and then where the orange line stops, go straight up. So now we know that the blue math book is much longer than this orange piece of string. And if we use the red tube of toothpaste right here, just draw a line straight down, and then right where it stops, draw a line straight up. So we can see that the tube of toothpaste is about the same size as the string. So which one would we say is longer? The math book or the toothpaste? We're going to say it's the math book because it goes way past this string. So that tells us it's much longer. Get the red here. Yep, computer's acting up on me again. Sorry about that. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Except this time, I'm not going to draw the lines for you. I think you guys can do this all on your own. Except, of course, you're not going to draw on your computer screen. That would just be silly. Please don't write on your computer screen. So let's look at it first. We have scissors that are blue and a stapler that is red. And here is the orange string right below each one. We need to find out which one is longer. So I'm going to give you guys a quick second, and on your screen, I want you to point to the object that is longer. Is it the scissors or the stapler? Okay, and then we're going to do a countdown to for me showing you the answer. Okay, 3, 2, 1. It's the scissors. The scissors are longer than the stapler. So you can see here, I drew little blue dash lines to show a little bit more clearly how long each object is. So you can see that the scissors are about the same length as the string. And stapler, it's kind of short. It's not nearly as long as the string is. So the scissors are longer. Okay, now it's time to get out your math workbooks. And I'm going to show you exactly what page we're going to be working on together. All right, so right now I have the worksheet up that we're going to be working on. If you need a couple extra seconds or something to get your workbook so you can do this along with me, go ahead and hit that space bar on your laptop, or if you have a phone that you're watching this on, or a tablet or something like that, go ahead and just tap the screen so you can pause it. All right, but if you have your book already and you're good to go, let's get started. So at the top, it kind of just retells us what we're doing. It says you can compare two objects that are not together by using a third object. And that's going to help us measure. It says here the gray triangle is taller than the dotted triangle. So this gray one is the one right here. And this is our little dotted one. We're using the dotted one to compare the gray triangle to this little white triangle. And it says the white triangle is shorter than the dotted triangle. So the gray triangle is taller than the white. And this dotted one, that just made it so we can prove and show that this big gray triangle is absolutely 100% much taller than this white triangle. Okay? So I'm going to kind of read number 1 to you, and you're going to try doing this on your own. Okay? And then after I give you a couple of seconds to do it on your own, we're going to go over it together. It says, circle the striped or gray object that is longer. Use the white object to help. So the white object is this thing right here. It's this white rectangle. And we're trying to find out if this striped rectangle is longer than this gray rectangle. Okay? So go ahead and circle your choice. You're just going to make a circle around either this striped one or a circle around this gray one. Which one is longer? We want the longer one. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to go ahead and do that. All right, I think you probably got that done pretty quick. If not, and you need a couple more seconds, go ahead and hit that space bar again, or tap your screen to pause it and give yourself a couple extra seconds. So we can use that little trick that we were using before where we just kind of make a line where they both start. Both start right about there. And the white one stops right here and draws a line straight up. So we can see that this striped rectangle is longer than the white one. And we do the same thing with this gray one. They both start at the same spot. And the white one stops way up here. So we know that the gray is not as long. So we would circle the one with stripes. And there you go. We now have the longer object circled. Let's move on down to number 2. All right, let's read number 2 together. Circle the dotted or black object that is shorter. So now they want us to do something totally different. They want us to circle the shorter one. And we're going to use this white rectangle again to compare this dotted rectangle to the black one. So remember, you want to circle which one is shorter. All right, I'll give you guys a couple seconds to go ahead and figure that out. You can go ahead and use the same trick that I used up here if you like, or sometimes we can just look at it and go, you know what, I already figured out which one is longer or shorter. So go ahead and circle the shorter object. All right, I think that might be enough time. If you need a couple more seconds, hit that pause button again. But let's do a countdown for the right answer. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And there you go. By using this white rectangle to compare the objects, we can see that the dotted rectangle is shorter. So that's the one that we circled. And I even made these little blue dashes just to show that it is shorter than the white one, and this black one is much longer than the white one. Okay, let's go on to number 3. Let's see what it says. It says fill in the blanks. So we're going to use what we did up here to help us answer these questions. The striped ribbon is blank than the gray ribbon. So we're talking about number 1 up here. Is this gray ribbon longer or shorter than the gray one? The striped one, is it longer or shorter than the gray one? And if you're not sure how to spell the words, I'm going to underline it for you. So for the word longer, it's right there. That's how you spell longer. And shorter is right there. So what would we put? The striped ribbon is blank than the gray one. I'll give you guys a couple seconds. All right. You guys ready? Let's do another count. Let's do another countdown. Ready? 3, 2, 1. The striped ribbon is longer than the gray ribbon. And there you go. Let's fill in the next one. The blank ribbon is shorter than the black one. So now they're talking about question number 2 right here. What ribbon was shorter than the black one? If you're not too sure what we're comparing here, they're talking about the dotted, that's how you spell dotted, or the black ribbon. Oh, and then, yeah, that's it. So, which one's shorter than the black one? Go ahead and fill in the space. I'll give you guys a couple seconds before I reveal the answer. Okay, ready? Let's do a countdown again. 3, 2, 1. It's dotted. The dotted ribbon is shorter than the black one. Okay, so now on your worksheet, you're going to flip it over, and I'm going to talk to you about the next page that you're going to do all on your own. All right, so this is the page that you're going to be working on all on your own. At the very top, it says Practice 12-2. I even underlined it for you to make it stand out. So make sure you're on the right page. And I'm going to read the instructions to you so that way you understand what you need to do all on your own, because I'm not going to tell you the answers to these. And mom and dad shouldn't tell you the answers either. But make sure mom or dad does take a picture of this when you're done and send it to myself or Mrs. Hennis so we can see that you did the work. And let me read the instructions to you. Circle the black or white object that is shorter. Use the gray object to help. So you're going to use these gray rectangles to help you measure the black and white rectangles. Okay, and then same thing for number 2. The gray ones are those They're the same length. But we need to find out if the black one or the white one is shorter. And then same thing for number 3. Which one is shorter, the black one or the white one? And you're just going to circle. And number 4 reads, which ribbon answers the riddle? So it's a little bit of a brain teaser. These are so fun. I am longer than the spotted ribbon. I am shorter than the gray ribbon. Which ribbon is it? And they give you 4 choices. So here's the big polka dotted one. It's like a small dotted one. This is the gray one, and that's the white one. Which one answers that riddle? All right. I can't wait to see everyone's work. And I will be talking to you guys later. Have a good day.